Hello everyone. This video is about the post I was talking about in my first video actually. This was so relatable. Like I think the author and I we share the same thought process, or maybe it's true. It might be a fact. Okay, so it goes like she said she's talking about four things that she learned from people more than books. Okay, so the first one is failure. Failure. Self-help books taught me that failure is the greatest teacher. Yes, it is. But what she's saying, people taught me that failure rarely feels like a lesson in the moment, and that's so true. It doesn't feel like motivation or something wonderful had happened or is going to happen after this. At that time you feel miserable, you feel really sad, depressed. So at the time when you are feeling the failure, that's not the time when you will grow. It will take time. And how? She's saying, I have watched people lose jobs they loved, businesses they spent years building, and relationships they thought would last forever. None of them said, I'm grateful for this. Obviously, at that point of time, everyone feels so sad, and no one have the idea of what is going to happen next in their lives. So at the time when you hit that rock bottom, it's very tough to be the positive person or the person who is always motivated and optimistic. It is difficult, but with time, every one of them becomes softer, wiser, and stronger because of it. The lesson wasn't in the failure, it was in choosing to begin again. So, the second thing she is talking about is boundaries. Very interesting. Self help books taught me to protect my peace and cut people off. Listen to it. People taught me that while boundaries matter, so does grace. I have seen friendships become stronger because someone chose to have an uncomfortable conversation instead of walking away. That's the truth of life. You can't kick out people from your life, and you can't be like, oh, I can't handle uncomfortable conversations just because the other person has different opinions from you. Like, and you are like, oh no, this person and we are different, and I don't need anyone like this in my life. And you cut people off from your life, but that's not the way it should be. I have seen families heal because someone decided to forgive instead of keeping score. Your body does keep the score. You don't have to keep the score of everything. Like whatever happens in your life, yeah, it has reasons. I'm not saying that you should overthink about it, whatever is happening in your life, or you should analyze and you should um, be the one who is like people pleasing, doing things like that. I'm not saying that. I just want you to understand that just cutting people off without any reason or just because the conversations are uncomfortable, uh, that's not the way it is or it should be. So she's saying not every relationship deserves another chance, but not every mistake deserves a goodbye either. I hope you got it. Success. Self help book. The third point is Self-help books taught me that success comes from discipline, waking up at 5 a.m. and outworking everyone else. So here my point is that it's not important that you should wake up at 5 a.m. and yeah, I have heard a lot of this stuff like successful people wakes up really early in the morning. Their morning starts from 3 a.m. and all that fancy stuff. But our life is not like that. I think so. I don't know. Those people are different, or maybe I don't have the clue of what they have done and how they are supporting their body and mind and it just working fabulously. I don't know. But you need appropriate sleep and it's not important. This is another conversation, but it's not important that you have to wake up at particular time and then only you can like do the best thing in your day, or otherwise you will fail for that day. That day is not the failure, it just started for you. If you have slept at 12 and you're waking up at suppose 9, 8, 8 a.m. or 9 a.m., it's fine. Even if it is 10 a.m., you wake up, you do your daily core, and then you start your day from 12 o'clock. You still have 12 hours in your hand. Even if you just work productively just for 6 hours in those 12 hours, it's still worth it. You made your day already. It's done. You don't have to wake up at a particular time and do everything particularly at the same time every day because that's not possible. Life is unpredictable. It's it's not a straight line, it's a zigzag line and you have to balance everything. You have to cope with whatever things happen, especially in our country, in India. There are festivals, guests coming our home, and so many things happen in life. Life is always happening. So you can't follow the culture of someone else and you want to build. Yes, you might have the dream to build life like someone really successful, but for that you have to build those habits day by day, month, year. It takes the whole life. You can't do it in one day. And even if you are getting wrong, you are not following your routine properly, or whatever it is, it doesn't mean that it's the end. You are just started, and just have that trust in yourself and give it your 100%, give it your best. Keep trying, keep doing, keep working hard, keep working smart, okay? And it will happen. Just do it. Don't fall for the trap of motivation or emotions or moods. Your mood, I mean, your action will train your mood. Your mood doesn't have to train your actions. Your actions should always train your mood. Your emotions should never have those rights to play with your action. I think this is how it should be. No one is perfect, and there are going to be days like you are not working well or you're giving just 10%, but give it a shot. Just give it a shot. Even if just 10%, it's worth it. You don't have to do 100% every day, but you have to show up. You can't you can't be like कि one day you're doing 100%, the next day you're doing 10, and the another day you're doing nothing. It's zero. The graph can't be like this. अचानक से ऊपर, then नीचे, then ऊपर. It has to go like this. थोड़ा नीचे थोड़ा ऊपर चलता है, बट बहुत नीचे बहुत ऊपर ऐसा वाला ग्राफ, इसमें सक्सेस मिलना बहुत मुश्किल है. Okay, what she's saying is people taught me that success is much more personal than that. I have met people with impressive careers who were constantly burned out. It happens, life. And I have met people with ordinary jobs but looked genuinely content because they had time for dinner with their family, hobbies they loved, and friends they could count on. So, So maybe success isn't just about building a career that looks good from outside, it's about building a life that feels good to live. So true. You don't have to build something to show off. You have to build something to feel alive, to feel like you're living it. You're living your life. People will always People are always going to see what you're doing. You don't have to prove it. Oh, I have done this and I have done that. Inside, if you're not happy, it's not worth it. Your success is not worth it. So, always hustling and outworking, not going to help you in long term. In short term, it always works. But in long term, it never works. As much as I know and I have heard and I have seen or read, this knowledge is coming from there. Yeah, it's my personal point of view. I love the fourth one. Self-help books taught me to love myself before loving someone else. So true, so true. Listen to it carefully. People taught me that sometimes we learn to love ourselves because someone else loved us first. Now it's a trap. Self help books said that you are the only one who should love yourself and you should like your own priority or something like that, and you always have to love yourself before someone else. But that's not true. Sometimes what happens when people come into your life and they love you so naturally, unconditionally, even if you have some fear or things like you're not confident about in yourself, if someone is accepting you and loving you the way you are, just the way you are, then you start learning to love yourself and accepting yourself, because someone if someone else can accept it and love you so much or unconditionally, then automatically it comes to you and you start behaving the same way. And if in future someone doesn't love you the way you want, or you love yourself, or someone has already loved you, so you know that I deserve it, but he's not the one or she's not the one, or whatever the person तुम्हारे सामने, वो गलत इंसान है. क्योंकि अगर कोई और had done that for you and they loved you just the way you were and you love the way you are, and if someone else is not okay with it, then that's the wrong person. You're not wrong. Okay, what she's saying: a friend who stayed when everyone else left, a teacher who believed in you before you believed in yourself, a partner who never stopped reminding you that you are enough. Sometimes being loved is what teaches us we are worthy of love in the first place. Yeah, self love is not cutting people off. It's not that. It's it's like Start loving yourself, start loving others. Even if you don't love yourself, it's fine, but start loving others. Don't hate people around you. If you will care for someone, they will definitely care for you. Not in a people pleasing way, please don't get there, because it's different. People pleasing is different, and loving someone and caring for someone unconditionally is different. Unconditional love, what is it? It is when you don't expect the other person to love you. You just do your job. That's what we call unconditional love, and that's the purest form of love. ऐसा कहा जाता है, आई एम नॉट preaching it, it's the truth. So I think you should do that, because after all, it is going to be helpful when you are not expecting anything from anyone. Then you won't get disappointed and you will feel better. Okay, so there were some comments I loved on this post. Actually, two are mine and one or two, I don't know. Okay, this post is from Drishti Speaks. I just fell in love when I read this post on her Instagram day before yesterday, I guess. And I was like, oh my god, I was thinking the same thing from the start of this year when I saw something in my real life. So I was like, why people are behaving like this? Why they are like, oh, 2026 is my era and this is my what main character energy and stuff like that. But it, there is a trap. It's incomplete statement actually. You don't have to cut people off and kick them out of your life. You have to you have to accept those uncomfortable conversations and debates. Then suddenly you will realize, when you both of you will come to a point and you will be like, अरे ये तो बहुत अलग point of view है, और ऐसा तो हमने कभी सोचा ही नहीं, तेरा point of view भी अलग था, मेरा भी अलग था, लेकिन हम इसके बारे में बात नहीं करें तो हमें एक नया नजरिया नहीं देखने को मिलता, like that. So वो नया नजरिया देखने के लिए you have to like talk. You have to have those uncomfortable conversations and stuff. So so it's worth it. Don't people cut off, yeah, from your life just because there is another trend. I am just hating these mental health trends on the internet. I'm not getting it कि भाई ठीक है, सारे ट्रेंड्स हम समझते हैं, हम मानते हैं, मेंटल हेल्थ का कोई ट्रेंड कैसे हो सकता है भाई? इट्स नॉट अ ट्रेंड। इससे तो लोगों का दिमाग खराब हो रहा है, बट ठीक है। बहुत सारे लोग हैं जिनको 100% नॉलेज नहीं है, बट वो प्रीच कर रहे हैं सेल्फ लव एंड मेन कैरेक्टर एनर्जी एंड स्टफ। और 1% लोग हैं बस जिनको उसके बारे में प्रॉपर नॉलेज है. They are sharing it on the internet, but just think about it. It's a concept. It's a very big concept actually. But you have to teach it in 30 seconds, which is not impossible, but it's not that easy. You have to be very, I don't know, very smart or experienced to know what should be said, और लोग इसको किस वे में ले सकते हैं, तो हमें किस वे में इसे कहना चाहिए और क्या नहीं कहना चाहिए और क्या प्रोज कॉन्स, खुद भी तो सोचो यार. जस्ट study about it. Don't just blindly follow those trends and get into it just like that. You have to study it, everything. You have to study everything, research for everything, and then like take it into your life. or adapt to those things, but have some knowledge of it. At least just research about the pros and cons of that thing and then think about it. Do I need this or I don't? Then you can move forward. I can't explain anymore. I am reading the comments. So, what I said, huh? I said, thanks for writing this. I hope people will understand this in the same way. After all, everyone is not the same at not the same level of understanding, but I hope this will declutter everyone's mind. And this was needed because I was thinking it since December, I guess, or November, I don't know, but Jan for sure. बट आई वॉज लाइक कि यार मैं अकेले इस दुनिया में ऐसा सोच रही हूँ, बहुत यूनिक थॉट है बट बहुत सही भी है, बट मेरे पास कोई प्लेटफॉर्म ही नहीं थे इसे बोलने के लिए। और मैं लोग किससे किससे बताती, आसपास तो ऐसे लोग भी नहीं है, को लगता है वो ज्ञान दे रही है मे बी उनको ऐसा लग सकता है, सो मैं फ्री का ज्ञान नहीं देती अब मुझे बुरी आदत हो गई थी ओवर एक्सप्लेन करने की, बट अब मैंने कुछ थोड़ा बहुत कंट्रोल कर लिया है, मे बी. So my second comment is so true, dear. Even after knowing all this, we don't give the chance to others or to ourselves. We keep on thinking that, oh, I have read it and that's only right, or I have heard it and that's only right, or just because I know it, so it has to be right. I can't be wrong. Grow up, guys, grow up. That's only right in the universe. But we should be flexible enough to understand the life better as it actually is. Self love and being alone is incomplete if you don't have anyone around you. People nowadays think that this is my era, I'm the main character, or whoever will give me different energy or negative energy thoda bahut, I will cut them off, I will kick them out of my life, and that's boundary. But that's not boundary, let me tell you. But it's not like that becoming comfortable with yourself has nothing to do with the other world, with the world, whatever I'm saying. You have to keep balance, that the you have to keep balance, that's the key. And I have seen so much of shallow self-love. Oh my god, this is insane. People are showing that, oh, I'm practicing self-love and I love myself and I am the best. And they're like, fake it until you make it. But self love doesn't work like that, babe. It's layered, and you have to work in layers. Shallow self love and that shallow main character energy. Main character energy can never be what we say, can never be faked, because it's about your aura, it's about that magnetic field you create around you, and that magnetic force that attracts people towards you when you make the heads turn and things like that. Main character energy is something else. I'm going to talk about it in the next video. So let's end this first. So what I was saying, yeah, shallow self-love and main character energies these days, huh? Unfortunately, people are just following self-love as trend. Every ट्रेंड, इसको भी ट्रेंड बना दिया. I wish more people start educating others and themselves with the true meaning of it. This all, these two are my comments, and the one comment I loved was, so true, Drishti. Yesterday, sorry, yesterday only I came across a post which was about feeling happy all by yourself alone. So, happiness, solo happiness. Yes, I can't deny that feeling content and living by yourself alone is about being strong and happy. Strong and happy, okay. Strong. That reminds you that you don't need anyone to define what makes you happy, but cutting people off just because today everyone is preaching self love and happiness is an incomplete statement. For the past few years, I have come across people who actually become my strength and supported me. A girl who always looked for happiness alone once has found comfort in people. This is a true story, and this is how it is. I don't know why people don't understand. There was one more comment, but this was the best and mine. So, so this was it for this video, and I'm making another video about the main character energy, what I think main character energy actually is, and I will try my best to explain. Yeah.